Donald Trump announces Obamacare as repeals individual mandate. President Trump has done much in his first year as president to erode the harmful policies put in place by former President Barack Obama. On Friday, President Trump announced that Obamacare is over, as he signed into the law the Republican tax legislation that kills the individual mandate, one of Obamacare's most anti-American and controversial components. The individual mandate, the president described the individual mandate as unfair, and he does not believe Americans should have to pay a fine to the federal government for not carrying health insurance. Of these penalties and their elimination, the president said, essentially, I think it ultimately leads to the end of Obamacare. I think Obamacare is over because of that. The president addressed the looming concerns over what would happen once a more complete repeal of Obamacare gets underway. A situation that has many wondering about the GOP plans for instituting a healthcare plan of their own. "We're going to come up with something that really going to be very good," the president said. Trump continued, the individual mandate was very unfair, because you basically saying, pay for something in order to not have to get healthcare. So you paying not to have healthcare. It was very unfair. Many people thought it should have been overturned at the Supreme Court. Tax reform. The GOP promised for 7 years that they would develop an alternative to Obamacare, but they ultimately failed to deliver on a vote to repeal the Affordable Care Act this summer. However, when it came time for the party to pass tax reform, they ultimately used the leverage afforded to them in America's tax code to target the individual mandate, one of Obamacare's core components. By eradicating the penalties for not holding health insurance in America, the GOP claims that roughly $338 billion will be saved, and can be used to finance further reform. This assessment is based on the likelihood of fewer individuals signing up for Medicaid, which would reduce federal spending. Time will tell what the GOP and Trump administration latest blow to Obamacare will do to the health insurance market, though, in the interim, Americans seem to be pleased that the onerous individual mandate is gone.